What's up, YouTube? It is your boy, that Barber James, coming back to you with a haircut tutorial. This time I'll be using the new Babyliss Boost Plus Matte Black clipper. And I did a unboxing in the video before, so go ahead and if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. So this is my guy, this is my client right here. You see, we're starting with pretty solid canvas. So we're gonna be giving him a 1 open on the top with a medium drop skin fade. So we're taking it down the top right now, getting a 1, and I'll let you guys know I absolutely love this clipper, man. The power, the consistency of the clipper. It's a great clipper. It just fades so well. I do have one issue. I don't know if this is a common thing, if it's supposed to do this, but it seems like, I guess, when the battery is getting low, it doesn't want to turn on. So like I'll have to flip the switch off and on a couple times and then it'll turn on. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or what. That's probably like my only problem with the clipper. I might just call Babyliss, I guess, and see if I can get that fixed or if that's just how it's supposed to be. But other than that, man, I absolutely love this clipper. So let's just go ahead and speed up. We're gonna cut everything down to a 1 open, and I'll speed this up and we can get to the fading process. Alright, we are back, so we're gonna go ahead and get that clipper closed. This is my first time cutting him, so whenever I get a person in my chair for the first time, I like to keep it as simple as possible. So for that, what I do is I'll do the clipper closed to set in my guideline, my bald line, and then I'll follow up behind it with the trimmer, because then it just fades so much easier together. So as you see, we're dropping the fade in the back, like you said, a medium drop fade, so we're dropping it in the back, hugging that occipital bone, and giving a nice solid foundation to the fade, because this is what's going to help us not only set our guidelines in properly, but to also ensure a good fade. You know, start good and good. So I like to really take my time when putting in the initial guideline. Just make sure it's very even. Make sure I'm ending it on at the same points on both sides of the head, which we're gonna do it. Looks from a medium, I usually do it to about like the corner of the eyebrow, and as you see right there, that corner of the eyebrow is lined up perfectly. So now we're coming in right behind with the trimmer. This is the Babyliss trimmer, and it makes it so much easier for you guys that are beginners. I recommend definitely starting your bald fades like this until you get more comfortable using the trimmer. It just makes it so much more easier. You know, you do this, and then for my curly hair clients, I don't do the foil shaver, and as you see on his neck, he has some pretty sensitive skin anyways, so I just but if it was like a straight hair client, I would, you know, then follow it up with a foil shaver, and it just blends like so much easier. I know in the beginning a lot of people have the issue with trying to take that bald line out, so just keep it simple for yourself and do it that way. So cleaning up really nice, got a nice clean bald canvas, and soon we're gonna go ahead and really start getting into the fade. That's my beautiful wife back there in the back, always showing some support and love. I told her she could sit down. She didn't want to sit down, so y'all might try and fry me in the comment section talking about I'm not a gentleman. I told her she could sit down. I got about 5 chairs in there. She decided to stand, so that's cool. So now we're gonna come in, lever all the way open, establishing that first guideline, going up. Since we're going into a 1.5, but a 1 open, pretty much 1.5. We're gonna do some healthy, solid guidelines. So we're gonna do a nice solid inch because we got enough room to spread that fade out and give it that nice blurry effect. So really make sure to take advantage, of your client's head. I know people get a little nervous sometimes, you don't want to go too high, but you'd be surprised like how much room you got, so you can really take advantage of spreading that fade out. That's a lot of issues for beginning barbers, is they don't spread the fade out. So make sure you're giving yourself a nice solid, full inch. We're sticking to the drop contour, so we're making sure to still drop it even with when setting in our guidelines. But you really want to make sure to remember to do that. Look at that nice drop. Look how that just perfectly fits his head. So look at all that room. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have all that room. So like, just really make sure. And I only have to go through like one guard. You know what I'm saying? Because we're fading into a 1 open, so you really have a lot of room. So I got the half guard on right now. I'm starting with it open because we're going into a 1 open, so that's pretty much going to fade into that. And then since it's my first time, what I'm doing right now is I'm testing out to see what works. So we just went ahead, we did halfway and then fully closed now. I'm just checking to see what is going to work throughout this fade. Like, do I just need to go through it? Do I need to go through my steps all the way open and then close it down a little, or what? I'm testing out the hair. Obviously, when we get to the back, we know it's a lot more dense, so we're gonna have to go through the notches a little more, than on the sides. But we're just gonna go. We're taking our time, man. Take your time. Do it right, Don't be trying to fly through your haircuts. I know, time is definitely something you want to, be better with, getting your haircuts done at a quicker, more efficient manner. But, in the beginning, you just need to focus on what works. When you focus on learning, what works, how to fade and all that, just naturally you will become a lot more quicker. You get your confidence up. I think confidence is like is definitely one of the main ingredients to being cutting quicker and doing quicker fades. I think once you really get a solid foundation of just knowing what you're doing, you'll just naturally just start to be quicker. You'll think quicker. You'll move quicker. So we're going through the whole head, half guard open, midway close. See, we chatting it up. Guys, make sure to talk to your people, man. You know what I mean? These are people you're going to be cutting for who knows how long, years, So really get to know your people so that way, you guys can just take care of each other. You provide a service, you provide, a commodity almost, So if ever you get in a tough situation and you got somebody who does, car mechanic repair work, maybe does repairs housing, these are stuff you can barter with each other. I'll give you a free fade or whatever, come hook up my house, man. So we went ahead and put the 1 guard back on, and we're just tying it together. We're just tying, not that it left any real guidelines, not that it left any lines with the half guard. We're just detailing at this point. So we're just playing with the lever right now, open, close. When it comes to the 1 guard, really all you gotta do is like open and close for real. But we're just taking time, getting the detailing. So I was really just taking my time on this cut. It was my last cut of the day. I usually don't do the detailing this early in the haircut because I didn't even get that bald line out yet. So, but I was just taking my time. I was just chatting it up with him and kind of lost focus. Everyone just started cutting, man. Just got lost in the cut, lost in the cut in the conversation, Having a good time. Look at that, man. Look at that drop, man. That's perfect. That drop did wood. All right, so right now, as I'm detailing, I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up so we can get to where I start to take out that bald line. And we're back. So we're just going ahead and starting with it. What I'm doing is I start usually with it halfway, because we already set the guideline in open, but we established the guideline, or we established the fade with the clipper closed, and then we set our next guideline with the clipper all the way open. So all you really have to do is just go halfway. So we're starting with the clipper halfway, and then if it doesn't get the line out all the way, then we just go ahead and close it, and that's an easy step, man. Look at that, yeah. I'm doing a little bit of detailing, using the corners, getting in there. So, like I said, this is my first time cutting him, so definitely it was around that occipital bone. It definitely, there's a line above that you can see. There's kind of a line there. That line definitely gave me some work, man. I had to really work that line out, so we'll talk more about that when we get to it. But right now, we're just going to go across the whole head and just do what we know to do. We're going to do halfway, close, and just play with it and get that line out. Keep it simple. And that's what's nice about establishing those larger guides, is that you can really, spread it and really get in there. If it's so tight and condensed, it gets, I know there's certain times where it has to be, do a low fade or whatever, it has to be, but if you have the opportunity to be able to spread it out, go ahead and spread it out. Give yourself some room to fade, okay? It helps a lot. All right, so you see right here the comb pointing out, and that's the line I was talking about earlier that just gave me some trouble. So what I end up doing is I like to detail with the masters, or just kind of switch up the clipper. So I pulled out the master with the fat blade on it, and I know in that area, right, because right below that is my lever open close area. So I know in this area this is like my half guard. So this is what I'm talking about, where take your time to learn that stuff, to remember that stuff. That's what's going to help you be efficient, knowing where you're at in the fade in terms of your guard, so that way you can know what to use to detail, because the detail is the most important part, right? That's what's going to help you set you apart against other barbers. So knowing where you're at in the fade, knowing which guards to pick up and stuff like that is what's going to help you become a more efficient barber. So really just focus, I know there's a lot to focus on in the beginning, but main thing to focus on is your craft forever and always. But just giving you guys a little bit of gems there. So you see I'm hitting it closed, I'm hitting that, but it's like it doesn't really want to come out, man. So, I just had to work that joint. So we're just going ahead and, excuse me guys, sorry, I'm still a little sick. We're just going to go ahead and go across the whole head. We're going to detail and make this what's called blurry. So I think this is really important, guys. I want you to see here, there's still a line there on the back of his head. And what I'm going to do now, instead of trying to sit there and take that line out and take forever, is I'm just going to go ahead and shape him up. I'm going to just let my eyes not only let my eyes reset, but let my brain reset. Sometimes you be sitting there just going so hard, dang, how do I get this freaking line out? And now you just pissed off and you just get mad throughout the fade, and that's not good, man. Try to keep yourself calm and collected and that'll help you just produce a much better result. So I'm gonna get into the shape up because that helps tie the whole haircut together anyways, to give me a better look at it. You know, honestly, like sometimes like a line, I feel like I see a line and then I do a shape up and the line is freaking gone. So I went ahead and sprayed on the freeze spray, cooling, blowing the air on them now, getting that dried up. And we're just gonna get that joint ready to just get shaped up and get them nice and sharp. So I like to start with my vertical bars first. So we're gonna go ahead and punch that line in. I'm gonna work on trying to find a better way to record these videos, guys. I'm sorry that I tried something different this time, thinking it would work. I did the zoom out feature. I did but still, it's like, it's just a tight space, man. It's a super tight space, so it's hard to really get in there. So I'm gonna have to try and figure something out where I can put the phone on like a tripod or something, so that way you guys can get a consistently good view. So now we're just hitting that C, and then after we hit the C, I like to try and do the corners first. When doing the front shape up, I like to hit the corners first, and then I hit the middle to tie it together. So let's see, here we go. And with that C, boy, work on y'all's dexterity, man. Y'all gotta work on that, especially when you're on like the right side, or you're right-handed trying to do the right side, and vice versa, left hand trying to do the left side. It's like, it's an uncomfortable thing to do. So gotta work on that dexterity. We just hitting that shape of like, my boy getting crispy. Boy, he was going on vacation, so we had to get him right for real. He was going to Mexico. So we're gonna work on that vertical bar. We're gonna go for the front line first, okay? Go for the front line first. And what I like to do to help me with my shape up is, since I'm right-handed, I'll sit on the left side of him, as you see, but then I have him turn his head towards me, because I have an issue for me where my right hand always dips down. So annoying, because when I do the left side of the shape up, it'll make my shape up look very slanted. So I've always had, I've been trying to find a better way to do shape ups and stuff. But that method was what helped me the most. So we're tying together. We're probably gonna go ahead and do that vertical bar first. Just let me know how far I can go over with the shape up, so I don't push them back. Man, I gotta tell you guys, the GTX freaking Andis trimmer, that joint is money. I'm telling you, they did something right this time, man. They always doing something right, but they really did their thing with this one. I love this freaking trimmer, man. It is hard. I also did, I got the Rich Barber blade, the blade sharpener and the setter, so that also has helped a lot with really getting these lines extra crispy. So you see, I'm just taking my time, just tapping it, just making sure it's good, man. I was in no rush. I was just chilling, having a good time. That's why I love cutting hair, man. So look at that. So I want y'all to see my middle finger there on his head. I hold that there. And that really gives me like a pivot, to really be able to draw out that C cup. I'd recommend you guys try it. I don't know. I mean, I got long fingers, so I'm able to do that. I don't know if that'll work for everybody, but if you can do that, I definitely recommend it. Gives you a nice long pivot, and see that line back there. That line's there, but we're gonna get it. All right, so we got our razor out, guys. We're gonna go ahead and get that line extra sharp. Most of my clients out here in Virginia, they really don't rock with the enhancements. So kind of sucks, because I would love to do it, because to me, I just like that enhancements really just, add a pop to the look, I know there's so much controversy around freaking enhancements, whatever, but honestly, at the end of the day, it makes the haircut just look so much better, you know? It really does, but nonetheless, we all good. Look at that. You can see that. See, that joint nice. That joint's nice. I wish I was able to get y'all a better view of doing the front line, but it's all good. We're gonna do a spin around at the end. You're really gonna see how that front line looks. It's always coming out crispy. I love this freeze spray because it tends to like make the surface like help the blade just glide so much smoother. So I use for the freeze spray, I use Design Essentials. Y'all should check them out. I love that freeze spray. They got the top tier freeze spray. I've never used Gotta Be and stuff like that, but Design Essentials is money. So now we're getting back into detailing, and this is a great thing. Like, you saw how much time, that gave us when doing the shape up, how much time that really gave us to really decompress. 'Cause, you do a shape up, you can easily do a shape up. So that kind of just gets you back in your, in your confidence and feeling good about the haircut. You're seeing it look sharp and, that helps you just get back into it. So you see you got that line right there. So right there I'm using my mirror, and then I'm using my comb to hold that where that line is so I can really see it. We're just cleaning it up, getting it nice. Going back to my Fat Master. Lever close, open. I think eventually I pull out my Masters with the taper blade on it. See it pointing that line back out, like that joint was just, it was wrestling with me. So I'm realizing that Fat Master is not doing it. So clipper, see how I keep flipping the switch like I was talking about earlier. I keep flipping the switch because it doesn't want to turn on. But I think actually right there, I think it was actually dead right there. So we're coming in with the Low Pro FX Babeless clipper this time. Do some cleanup work. Got the lever open, and I think that's when that worked for me, was having that lever open. So yeah, we're just gonna clean up the fade, y'all. Go hand our boy the mirror. Show him what that work is. Yep. Yeah, that was clean, y'all. It was clean. Let's go ahead and do the spin around. Show you guys what the final result is. Nice blurry fade, straight up. Look at that shape up. Straight is perfect. And turn them around. Guys, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. Be dropping some more dope content. It was a pleasure being with y'all here. See y'all in the next video. We out.